he's this friggin' hippie in the middle of the desert that just missed Woodstock. He's all about that free love.
Yep.
I started the
Yep.
recording,
He
by the way.
had a bad batch of mushrooms, and he's ready to go.
He just turned back to all the ragtag pile of survivors back there. Like, hey, who's up for polycule?
There's nothing a bunch of bad guys need more than, good fucking.
I'm really glad you said that.
Shin immediately turns into a horse.
Oh my.
Oh my God, where's that song? We need a cue.
I mean, he just wants some. He just wants some girth to make sure the fucking's real fucking.
Yeah,
power. And power. He needs horsepower.
By that song,
yeah, I need that
my
horse. I mean,
I don't have that one saved in my list. I'm sorry.
I think I'm already hard enough, but
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh wow.
Hey,
wow.
save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Oh, there you go.
That's been Shin's motto his entire life.
Oh my gosh. This is fucking
But he didn't understand that cowboy was one word. He cowboy.
I love that the first 60 if somebody's never seen an episode of this fucking show before, they're gonna tune in. The first 60 seconds is it like, oh well, Shin's a filthy hippie and he fucks people and turns into horses. And they'll be like, what D&D did I sign up for? And either they're gonna click through or they're gonna watch all of it.
Yeah.
If we didn't know better, this could end up on an episode of Crit Crab. This is talking about D&D horror stories.
This should be. I should clip this. I should turn this into a short.
Please do. Send it to me. I'll link it to my podcast.
Oh, you guys think that I do any editing? No, I'm far too lazy for that shit. I start it and I stop it, and that's the end.
I know.
All you gotta do is start the video, like rewatch it, start the video, and just say clip 30 seconds, and that's it.
It's the first 90.
I have been teaching myself how to edit videos. If you ever want it, let me know.
I'm good. Like I said, it's more effort than I want.
Okay.
This is more for me to just document our journey.
This is fucking fantastic. Doesn't it get rid of it on Twitch though?
Well, I'm just I record it and I upload it to my YouTube channel.
And then he puts it on YouTube, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
There's a YouTube channel from when we very first started. The only episodes that are missing are the ones that I've missed. And there's a couple of episodes that are missing my audio because I forgot to unmute myself. But
right, you didn't make that mistake.
No,
I think there was one that was missing. There was one that was missing because you couldn't get your video software to work at the time.
Yeah, that was because my whole computer was having issues and I had to leave early also, and I got the little bit that I did.
Yeah. Back to the horse fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, back to horse fucking.
Yeah, about
like one does.
We're not fucking horses. The horse is doing the fucking.
That's what we said.
I just want to ask. So Norwal ship is friendly.
It is not actually a functioning ship. It is a wreck that exists from the world before. What it actually is a ship that at some point had basically settled down when the waters receded and has been completely beached here this entire time.
I'm inspecting the Norwal horn.
It's about 6 inches in diameter.
It's mostly just the decorative prow of the ship. If you're talking about the horse fucking thing now,
it will help with the virality of Finn.
It's about 6 inches in diameter at the base. It's got a flared bottom. It's tapered. It's got a nice slow taper.
Oh.
It's got ridges.
Yeah.
It's ribbed. I mean, sorry, ridges.
It was
spiral.
to be perfectly honest, it's the most normal looking ship that I had there on my stuff that didn't look like the Spelljammers you guys had. So I was trying to find something that would work for this.
It's all right. Still looking at
So
it.
you were looking for a fucking ship.
Yes, pretty much.
And we got one.
Yep.
We got a fucking ship.
It also looks like it has like one of those little
Especially
butt plugs with a tail on it.
All right, now we'll let Eric start.
The horn in question
He really did.
is purely decorative. It looks like it's probably made of the same sort of wood that the rest of the ship is made out of. Dry and rotting.
So you say not good for penetrating other ships.
It's just fine craftsmanship, but it doesn't actually appear to belong to any animal. It wasn't made of bone. It's just made of wood like the rest of it.
I'm just pouting. It's fine.
So does the whole front half of the ship look like a narwhal then?
No.
Oh.
No, it's got all sorts of different decorations and designs. Not anything that's familiar to you.
Actually, weirdly enough, the whole ship looks like a narwhal.
There's a little bit, yeah.
It does kind of. Yeah. Okay, so now we've completely derailed this. I guess we'll just go ahead and talk about Minecraft. No.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we haven't done that in a while.
Who's
All right.
played all the mods?
All right. No,
Oh, he's
I
not
mean,
serious.
I'm not serious.
Oh.
No, I was saying
Anyway.
all right because I was going to load up Minecraft.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that would have been fun.
Let's just revert back to the DSC and continue on.
How many people are there here in our group? 6?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's a server.
Hey, I've got a server for that can have 10.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Nigel. You know how you gave me the place up there near that village you found? There were only 2 villagers, and I kept getting attacked in the middle of the night. The fuckers fucking killed the 2 villagers. So
Well-
basically, I've got an empty village I'm trying to revive now.
Well, there's another village that's 500 blocks west of you.
Or, hear me out, I found a zombie spawner near there, and it spawns up zombie villagers, so I'm going to try to cure them and repopulate it.
Good luck.
Oh, I know. I've done it before. It's a pain, but I've already started working in the nether for that.
I would have
Sounds
just...
That's
like
always fun.
Is this vanilla? You guys play?
Yeah, we played.
Anyways.
Brett hates
Okay.
playing vanilla. He likes the magic systems.
So basically, there's 2 days to this supposed parlay that's going to happen that your Chris has managed to secure for you guys. You have 2 days to basically rest up and discuss any further actions before anything happens.
Well, in those 2 days, Xanath is just gonna stand there and make glass. Okay.
Make glass.
Yeah, because she's
To keep
fucking
them busy.
heated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the middle of sand. Got it.
Finn is actually going to pile sand
Hey.
just in case he can make glass because he is also heated and definitely on a warpath, and he's gonna let everybody. He's gonna remind everyone that oppression is really, really bad. And like, we should all be loving, but if we're not gonna be loving, then
I'm gonna put the pet's muzzle
People are
on.
gonna get fucked.
Some people
Not
need
make-
to get fucked.
So if you're not making love, you're fucking. Is that what
Exactly.
okay.
What I heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All of the other guys are just like, I don't know what's up with those 3.
So it's not make love, not war. It's make love or war. Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Make love
yeah.
and war.
And what is
And-
Crix's standpoint on the parlay?
I mean, gotta feel like you're just gonna kill these guys. So I'm looking forward to using it as an ambush opportunity.
Fireball.
He's turned into fucking Beetlejuice. That's what he's done.
And Rodrigo, in the meantime, had made his feelings clear, or rather, excuse me, Al Hashim had made his feelings clear that he doesn't think that anyone should be breaking the tower. He thinks that you can use it to your advantage. That it could actually provide an
think it's
advantage.
not correct, but
Yeah, he's not quite acting like the friendly person that you once met before. He's
no.
acting a little bit different.
I still wince at that.
Yeah.
At his prospect.
Yeah. Shin sees this tower as like the thing that is putting his people in shackles. So he's like, we're gonna fucking destroy this bitch.
Yeah, but we're not gonna use the fucking gate to fucking achieve that, right?
Val, do you have any?
I think we can blow this place up.
Val, did you have anything on this one that you wanted to throw in?
On which part specifically?
On the subject in question, because the
Rodrigo?
parlay. No, the whole situation that's happening, where you have Vuknarhep with his tower versus this ragtag
I
band of
mean,
people, and who are allied. They are allied with Illithid, and they don't seem to understand the danger they're in the process.
yeah. I'm as far as it goes. And sorry for the fan noise in the background. I've moved into the garage. I've taken a sassy approach.
Hell yeah.
And as far as things go in regards, and I'll do it above table rather than in character, just because this would have been sort of probably said over the last few sessions that I've missed.
Mhm.
To those that I find confidable in, which is actually probably becoming less and less Crix and more Zith, up until the fucking part where Zith's like, let me parlay with him. And I'm like, well, fuck you, dude. And now I'm over there with Zenith, like, let's fucking kill everyone.
I agree. This is the
and-
most Gith thing I've ever heard you say.
And
You have
When
the
it-
Gith Yankee agreeing with you. That should be a warning sign.
I also have a Gith Yankee not agreeing with me. So
That's true.
No, I
Um,
made my point abundantly clear. I'm not happy about this, but if what it, because originally the plan was that everybody wanted to use them to take down that tower, and then basically take them out, and then it turned into like, well, fuck that, we'll just take them out.
I didn't
So-
want to use them to take down the tower.
Well, originally Rodrigo did, Shin did, and also this ragtag group of individuals that even you
Yeah.
wanted to help did.
Well, I wanted to help them get rid of the fucking mind flayers. I didn't want to fucking use mind
but yeah,
flayers.
that's what I was getting at. As far as it goes, probably Zith and Xanath would now have understandings that I am probably going to kill Rodrigo's character at some point
Mhm.
because he has been. First off, I wasn't there when he first joined, so there's already that disconnect from how friendly the initial interaction might have been, whereas it's different between me and Shin.
Mhm.
And since I've been back, and I'd tell this to Rodrigo's face if he was here too. Since he's been back, it's only been getting worse on his almost obvious defiance to what we're trying to do. As far as what our end goals are, because our end goals are just getting the fuck home.
Mhm.
Like when it comes down, I mean, me and Xanath have our own thing where we need to get the fucking things out of our heads, but
Can't
our
do
group-
that here.
yeah, our group just wants to, shake hands and say, hey, if we meet each other on the battlefield, we're open to killing each other. But
I would.
but that's it. And Rodrigo has been very violently against pretty much every direct path that we've decided to go on to achieve that. And weirdly veering us here and there, and especially since now he's losing control a little bit more often than I've ever seen before. When he gives himself over to the Jinn,
I haven't had to stab him recently.
I'm
That's
more and
true.
more thinking like this is either going to become a problem where we're not ready for it, or it cannot be a problem at all anymore.
Mhm.
So
Wait,
On a-
what?
I
In
came
a- in
really
a- in
close
a
to killing
think
him
tank.
once.
In a think tank type way, do you think, Val, that he is turning into the genie muscle daddy?
I think the Genie Muscle Daddy is swapping places with him.
So,
Jafar, Genie, Lamp style.
yeah.
Like I no longer need to be like as much power as he's giving, he's also trapped. So it's kind of that whole I'm slowly corrupting this person into a Jinn, so that way I am no longer tied down.
Well, apparently, the way I show my love is very constricting. I could handle it.
Let me talk to Muscle Daddy one-on-one. I can talk some sense into him.
So yeah, as far as that goes, and like I said, probably Zith would know more of it, but Xanath would also now start being involved in the conversations of Al Hashim. Is I would probably be saying something along the lines of probably before we leave, it's going to be either us or Al Hashim.
Mm. Would breaking the bottle do anything? That's player asking, not character, because player doesn't know shit about
It would
Jinn.
probably require a lot of power.
And it's not necessarily. It won't necessarily do anything. The bottle is usually what ties down the Jinn in question,
Okay,
destroying.
Yeah,
so-
release it.
How
think-
about
think
we
it-
just wax
of the
seal that
Tao.
shit then?
With the
You want to wax the genie?
Not like that. Like,
Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
no, not like going back to the Brazilian. No, like
Well-
Maker's Market.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark.
Seal it with wax.
Oh,
How
Yeah, I
about
see
instead of a
wax.
little bit of weak wax, why don't we weld it closed?
that's something
I
I'll
can do
definitely have
that.
to look into. That's a new concept for me. I didn't actually consider that possibility. But
Or
yeah, I was gonna
encase
say
it in lead or something.
The thing that I think that would reflect back to the concept of destroying it, if you guys remember how it went with the Dow, and you actually got him his ring, and he destroyed the ring, and then he was free afterwards.
Yep.
So
That's
it'd
why
be a lot more like that.
if we pour molten lead around it, it would sort of stop.
Encase it in lead.
Exactly.
Well, also I mean, that might work, yeah, because I was thinking, like, if you were trying to destroy it, if you're trying to destroy, you know, a djinn, which is a fire-based entity with fire, it's probably not going to work well on its token.
Nigel, do you have a diesel engine in your garage? Just out of curiosity.
I have a washing
Sounds
machine
like-
going.
Sounds like you're coming in for a landing.
He's sitting on it right now.
Sounds like you're downshifting on the freeway.
No, doesn't.
But yeah, that was my thought process. Is that any sort of molten metal wouldn't destroy it, but
Yeah.
that way, lead would at least stop other people from being able to find it, and we could hide it.
I'll have to take a look into this possibility. It's a good one.
I mean, we could just jettison into space once we get off this fucking planet.
I wouldn't want some random Gith finding it.
Lost somewhere in the astral plane. All right, so that's what most of
We'll
this.
have a con situation then, huh?
So that's what most of the time here spent is discussing with this. I'll go ahead and, unless anyone else has anything important to throw in here, I'll just go ahead and fast forward to the 2-day mark.
The only question that I probably have about something that I've missed is, have we had any update on the Gith ships that have arrived?
They crashed.
Yeah, so
Besides that,
yeah, one of them, you saw one of them streak through the sky, and
we were pretty sure that was a Gith Yankee ship.
pretty sure it was one of the Gith ships. It could have been Githzerai. You didn't get a good look. Mostly, it looked like a giant flaming comet.
Well, I thought, because I was there for the episode it came in, and
Yeah.
I thought I remember something about Gith Yankee ship. Like, I think it was Xanath had noticed markings on it or something like that.
I think we just assumed it was a Gith Yankee ship.
Yeah, or the style of it. I don't remember what it was, but that's what my understanding was, that it was a Gith Yankee, not a Zerai.
It's been so
I
long, I
started
don't remember,
formulating.
to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't recall. I would have to look back at the episode to
Yeah, that's
see
right
what
behind.
I said.
I have donkey brain.
Me too.
You have donkey brains?
Hmm.
well, that was pretty much like my last session, so that's why I remember it.
Well, the only thing we know is that the ships are going to have an extremely hard time coming into this place as long as that obelisk tower is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
No, that's
obsidian,
fine. I
sorry,
just
not
wanted to know
obelisk.
if we had any further info on it. That's fine. All right, continue.
All right. So basically, we're going to fast forward to about 2 days from this time when your parlay is supposed to happen.
I'm not allowed to be here right now.
All right. Ziff.
Apparently, I have an anger problem. It's
It's
not
genetic, it's fine.
conducive to fucking
The fucking?
no to
What I heard.
Jin's
to
head.
negotiating.
So it's just about the dead of night, and you managed to find the runes that he spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
And you start wandering through here, and you can see up ahead the figure of the lead of them standing there, just kind of waiting. There's a big hulking mass to his side, and I'm trying to find the fucking picture of the thing, but I can't, so I'm going to use something in its place. You can kind of see what appears to be a large creature there. While it would normally appear to be a flesh golem, you can see the ripples all over its surface. It's one of the mind golems that Illithid are known for using.
Okay.
Ulathum sits there and waits with his hands crossed in front of him.
Ulathum is a genasi, right?
No,
No.
Ulathum is the mind flayer.
That's the mind flayer. Okay.
Yeah. So much for no funny business.
I dare you to say that out loud.
Yeah, remind me.
I would have.
Can everyone
Who's
else see the
coming with
map
you?
right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's just
Yes.
him right now. It's just Gith.
It's just me.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, I
Make
would have said
me
that.
laugh.
So much for no
Laugh.
funny business.
Ulathum watches as you approach, and he says, "Star Child, we meet in flesh at last. Your coming here was a surprise, unexpected, and troublesome. Why are you here?"
Trust me, it's just as unexpected for me.
He
We...
steps.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he steps forward and makes it clear that he has no intention to attack right now. But as far as Mind Flayers are concerned, you told him that you would be armed to protect yourself, and this is his way of harming himself.
I'll walk over here. And like I said, I only brought the one. I brought the one dagger, that's it. And I'll put the dagger right there. And I'll step over here.
He nods to his mind golem, and it steps away.
Yeah. Trust me, it's a surprise that I'm here as well. I have no intention of making peace. I have no intention of making a truce. We have a common goal with different outcomes.
We were almost free of this place, but your arrival has made that complicated. Eurochrist no longer trusts us. We needed Eurochrist. We need to have a two-point plan against this. I bring the artillery, I take down the tower, and Eurochrist we go in and kill Vuk. But now he is thinking of renegotiating this deal. He's thinking of trying something else. He will fail, and we will fail. And we will be trapped here just as you are. So what do
Well-
you propose?
This sounds like Blade Runner.
The artillery would be useful, and we're aware of that. How many ships do you have available?
We have the one. Only one came here. Only one is trapped. Unlike the Spelljammers, our ship does not require magic in order to function, which is why it has not fallen from the sky. But we cannot open a portal to leave this place. Not while that tower stands.
What would it take for you to give up that ship temporarily?
He looks at you and it almost, you've never seen an Elithid laugh before, but it looks like he's laughing. We would not give up our only means of escape. If you are proposing that the tower get taken down through the use of a ship, we would have to be the ones piloting it.
We have capable pilots.
Of that, I have no doubt. He looks at you and he thinks, this could be doable if we work together. Are you of the same opinion that we are of killing Vukdarhep and the tower? Because both must fall if we are to kill either. If we destroy the tower but Vukdarhep lives, he will bring the tower back. If we kill Vukdarhep but the tower survives, it will bring Vukdarhep back. We've been studying this for decades. It has to be a two-point attack.
Wait, you've been here for decades?
You're not there.
God damn it.
Yeah, hence why the cranium rats are in every city.
You hear a metagaming voice suddenly cry out and is suddenly silenced.
We are of a similar mind, because we don't want to be stuck here for fucking decades. Hell no.
The last 3 months have been long enough.
But again, I stand by my statement of if you could guarantee getting your ship back with no harm, would you be willing to let one of our pilots utilize it while we execute a two-pronged attack? Because there's no way I will get the rest of the Gith to sign off on something like this.
He's gonna look at you for a moment, and he's like, "Why do you want our ship?"
Because we know we need the ship as well. You would be minimizing the amount of casualties that you could potentially take if we were to take the ship and do this. The amount of damage would be all on our end. We would be taking all of the risk. You would be gaining all of the reward.
You're trying. Okay, so I'm gonna say right now, you're trying not to tell him the reason why you want it, which means that we're going to be dealing with a deception versus insight, because he's trying to figure out why you want on the ship so bad, and you and I both know why.
Oh, no. I'll explain that too.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be deceptive. Like I said, there's no funny business in this from coming on my end. If that's how you think that I'm taking it, I'm trying to like not actively say like, bro, if you try to help us, they're gonna fucking murder you first and take your ship and wear your skin.
I like this point.
Okay.
So
This is a valid point.
so I mean, yeah, ultimately two of our members, as you probably are aware, are tainted by your gross shit.
he doesn't take very kindly to that, but he doesn't really react. Like, you kind of see maybe his eyebrow raised just a little bit at you, referring to a lifted spawn
Eyebrows?
as gross shit.
Well, the process is what I'm referring to as the gross shit, and taking over people that are actively compatriots of mine is where I stand with this problem. So we can just agree to disagree on that point. Is there a way that we can get that taken care of?
He thinks pensively for a second. He says, "We could assist in the removal of these specimens if you were to assist us with the problem of us not being able to leave."
You would have to assist us first. And I could give you a guarantee that you would get your ship back 100%, or like, trust me, I will die to make that happen.
All right, so
I have something to make this worthwhile, trust me.
And he starts getting naked.
No, but I will pull out that stinky guilt egg
okay, so
that I was told to hold on to and make sure nobody gets a hold of because they could get control.
all right, so he looks at that for a minute there, and he seems like he's trying to figure out what it is, and then suddenly you see a look of dawning realization across his face, and he understands that illithid magic is actually responsible for that thing even existing. And he basically says, "Here is the offer then. We'll help you remove the parasites, and then you have to help us take down that tower. I can cast a ritual gas to ensure we both fulfill our obligations to the letter."
That's a lot of trust that you're asking me to put into you.
Nevertheless, it's what we have. But one of the things that you understand is that a gas is absolutely capable of holding someone to the letter. It's often used in order to ensure compliance, that somebody doesn't try to wheedle out of a deal that they made.
Okay.
When he's talking about a ritual one, he means that he would basically be casting it upon both of you, that you would follow through with your agreement to help afterwards, but he would be forced to also follow through and ensure that he would be compliant to your wishes, which is to remove the parasites from them. You are a rune knight. You are capable of casting magic, right?
Yeah.
So
Kind
you
of.
would be familiar with this. You would at least understand what a geas was.
Okay. Like I said, if they can remove, if you can remove the uh, the spawn, I'll try and be polite and not refer to it as what I want to.
Yep.
If you can remove the spawn, and then, like I said, if you give us the ship to accomplish it, I will get it back to you. I will agree to, I guess, that deal.
Sassy, you need to speak up a little bit more. Your voice
Oh.
activation is getting drowned out by your machine.
Cool.
I know.
Yeah, my fiance just came out here and turned on the dryer, so.
Ew, mommy.
Okay. All right. I think what I pretty much gathered is that you still are insisting that you guys get to use the ship for this.
Yep.
Fuck yes.
All right. Let me go ahead. We're going to do a persuasion check for this one because he does not like the idea of someone else using a ship, especially one who hates his race as much as you guys do.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to do well on this. You know what? Sick, right? Wow, I guess. Sure, why not?
It's going to be persuasion versus persuasion
Yeah,
because
cool. I'm gonna use my
not really
my storm rune in the process.
Okay. So make him reroll basically.
Yes. Well, possibly. We'll see. Because it's either. I can use my reaction to have me or another creature reroll. So we'll see. I'm gonna do, and that does say ability check. Yep. So persuasion, right?
Yep.
There's no way I'm gonna beat him. It doesn't matter.
So he counters it with, "We would still be flying this ship."
The thing is, what's to stop you from blowing us off the fucking face of the planet as soon as we're done?
We can include that in the GS. So, I and my brood no longer wish to be here. We wish only to leave this place. It is in our best interest that we would leave.
This deal would have to affect you and your entire brood.
The GS?
Yeah.
Hive mind and all that bullshit.
Fine, but then I would also have to include that you would have to do everything in your power to ensure that we leave afterwards.
I will.
That you and yours do not stop us.
I will. And I would offer up the stupid fucking thing as collateral, but you would have to give it back before you leave. The egg.
All right, so he goes ahead and holds his hand out and waits for you to approach him with it.
It's spitting it.
It doesn't count unless there's spit.
I will. Don't worry. I'm a Gith. I know better.
Giggity.
Or lube.
Yeah.
So
Giggity goo.
he takes the egg from you
Alright.
and basically puts it to the side, and then he goes ahead and begins casting the ritual Geas. And you feel this sudden shift of weight inside you, like pulling at your soul and at your heart. And after he's finished, he just kind of looks at you dead in the eyes and says, "Now we are both chained. I suggest you head back before they suspect that you've become as Vilquar."
Yep. I'm leaving because I want to, not because you told me to. I'm grabbing my knife. And I'll head back.
Okay. And as that passes on, you begin to think about what he said about Vilquar. This is not the first time you've heard that. And Vilquar is actually a well-known story among both Githyanki and Githzerai. It's told of a young forerunner during the time when the uprisings just started, who basically watched as Gith and Zerthamon got together with everyone. Were creating these small covens to speak to people and to begin to pass on the message to begin uprising against the Illithid. Vilquar was one of a few voices who didn't agree, who actually thought that the servitude was in their best interest. They had been servants for so long, they actually believed the masters had their best interests at heart. And he began telling the Illithid masters about the gatherings and where they were meeting at. And the masters kept sending him out there to find them, and then they'd go and eradicate those small covens whenever they would locate them. Gith and Zerthamon had gotten together and basically determined that they needed to figure out who was causing the havoc, who was ratting them out. And Gith wanted to do a full-on inquisition, but Zerthamon actually had the idea of shutting down their insurrection and basically silencing everyone and making it seem as though it was no longer happening. When Vilquar had believed that he had ended the insurrections, when he believed that his work had actually come to fruition, that they were no longer rebellious, he went to the masters and told them of this, and the masters rewarded him by consuming his mind and casting away his dead husk, as they were wont to do. The tale of Vilquar's Eye rings for both Githzerai and Githyanki, each one pulling different elements out of the story for their own personal moralities. The Githyanki focus heavily on the betrayal and on the foolishness, whereas the betrayal of Vilquar against his people, and then the patience actually needed in order to lay the trap for him. And the Githzerai tend to focus on both the betrayal and then the foolishness of Vilquar for believing that he would actually be rewarded for doing what he did. And that was the parable of Vilquar's Eye.
Okay. I'm not like telepathically linked to them now, right?
No, but
Okay.
you feel the weight of the gas. It eats at you almost as much as that egg did.
Okay.
All right. You are back at the encampment with everyone as dawn is beginning to break.
Roger Dodger. I'm turning the
So
volume
how'd it
up.
go?
I'm turning the volume up a little bit. So that, can you guys hear me better? Or is it the
Yeah.
A
same?
little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can definitely hear you the same.
Okay. What you said? How'd it go?
Yeah. So how'd it go?
Oh, you don't know that I went.
Oh.
He
I-
came back and everyone is asleep right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went before the parlay.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I was wondering why.
Why he was alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Sneaky. Not a rogue.
I almost forgot. He would have instructed you to go ahead and bring them within a day north of those ruins. Because you in order to for them to remove the parasites, you guys would have had to arrange a time.
Yeah. That was one thing I was going to double check on. So yeah, I guess since I'm the first one to wake up, since everybody else is still asleep, I'll start making a fire. And getting like food and shit going, because I know we're gonna have to sit down and talk. And I'll wait for people to wake up.
Shin's waking up to the smell of food.
As is Al Hashim.
And just kind of like doing that cartoon float out, like, oh, someone else make food.
Like I said, I'm just starting the fire first.
Turned into Scooby Doo.
You
Actually,
see,
that checks out too. So never mind.
Al Hashim looks at you a little bit pensively, and one of the things that you can see is he's sitting there studying you. It almost seems like he senses that sort of weight of being chained upon you, because it strikes very, very similarly with his situation with Sabat. And he goes to just kind of goes to go eat some food by the fire while you're getting everything set up.
Then the other warlock comes out who has a good relationship with his patron and just like, what's up?
They got these guys going back to their patrons, and no matter how many times people let them know your patron's abusing you, they're like, "Oh, I'm certain he could change. I know he can."
But he loves me.
I can fix him.
I swear he's good.
He's
I'm
not a
just
bad
nice.
guy.
Mine's just a nice friendship. He saved me. I helped him out. We good.
He's my best friend.
I will ask if anyone has a spare shield.
Friend.
Spare shield.
Yeah, out of our group, if there's any an extra shield floating around anywhere.
Let me check the
You
You
list.
guys, you probably have one somewhere in that friggin' bag of holding at this point. There's been a lot of
Shut
stuff
up.
down there.
That's none of your business. That's my bag of holding.
Wow.
They're all my shields. I'm gonna wear them all and get a plus
Yep.
1 for each one.
Yeah, we have a +1
Incredibly
shield
greedy.
in there. Oh no, you're using the +1 shield. Never mind.
Greedy Yankee.
I think I have Inkeg.
Pancake.
Yeah.
I think you do too. I think you got an Ankeg hide shield. I think you
yeah,
got
I
one
do.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not
And,
using
and
it.
I'll offer it up.
I'm looking for the spreadsheet. Give me a second.
We don't have it. We don't have one.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, if you're not using it, Shin, I'll take it.
I'm not necessarily using it.
If it's your only shield, I'm not gonna take it.
Kind of using it for a seat at the moment, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, so it's got patchouli smell all over it.
Bro,
When you think of the slide down sandhills,
that thing
kind of go like a
stinks.
sled.
Yeah, dude, that thing gets gnarly sand curve. You know, you get the
Look at
sand
me, I'm
wag,
Legolas.
bruh.
That thing
I'd
stinks
use this-
so bad. He like that. You know those bowls that hold patchouli, like the patchouli like bundles. Like he's got. That's what he uses it for mostly.
I
Like-
can just completely understand and see that I'm just like, hey, anyone got a shield, and he's over there using it as a seat, and then it's like,
Never mind.
"Hey, are you
Never
using
mind.
that for anything besides a seat? And you go, no. I'm like, thanks. Pull it up, put it on as a shield, and he goes, oh, that's what it's for. I thought those were little foot straps.
Yeah, you have disadvantage at stealth right now because of how bad that thing smells.
Mhm.
Just when it comes to people smelling me.
Yeah. Even things that
Yeah,
can't
you-
smell can smell you now.
So you're basically having to get the patchouli smell off of one end of it, not the inside of it. You're having to clean off bits of fucking couscous
Yeah,
and
no,
granola.
I'll
What's wrong with
basically-
couscous?
That's the most hippie thing I can think of that he might be using the shield to eat.
I like it.
I'll basically use control flames to like heat treat it to get as much smell off as possible. It's gonna smell god awful while I'm basically cooking off the patchouli, but
Ugh. Oh, my stomach just turned.
not great.
is the Ankeg shield anything different than, I mean, plus wise than a regular shield?
+1.
Oh, it's +1. Okay.
It was crafted by the Dow when you guys when Shin had given him the Ankeg parts he was holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Is it in the compendium?
No, it's just a
It is
regular
not in the
shield.
compendium now. It's
Alright.
It's lightweight. It weighs half as much as a normal shield. So it's
Yeah,
a plus. It gives a +1 and it's lightweight, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm just adding it to my list.
Real nice.
At this point, I think everyone's pretty much woken up.
Yep.
Yes.
So gather everybody around, and yeah, you guys were already witnessed what happened, but I would have explained everything that happened. I'm not holding back any details because I know what I did is fucked, and I expect people to be pissed. But I want everybody. I'm like not trying to make it seem any more sneaky than it was. So yeah. You all know everything.
Trying to see if I can find a campfire for this.
Okay.
Was that an attack roll someone just made?
No, that was me trying to
Oh,
edit the shield.
I couldn't see because I'm on the list where I'm trying to find a campfire to kind of give some scenery here. Here we go. We'll go with this.
You don't need to. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I know, because I'm in the wrong fucking place.
There we go. Campfire.
That's a brazier.
I don't care.
That's a port
We'll
site.
use that for now.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, it should.
You're ruining my immersion.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, so yeah. Zith would just matter-of-factly let everybody know what happened. That's it. The whole deal, the fact that Xanath and Val are gonna get their fucking nasty little brain worms taken out. The fact that we will have the ability to help take down Vuk. And then they will leave, and then we will leave. And hopefully, that's it. And if they go against their end of the deal, they'll die, and vice versa. I'll die.
Tempting.
Yeah,
Brother,
not surprised.
What's that, brother?
So we're working with the oppressors to get rid
Yeah.
of the oppressors.
Yes,
That's correct.
that's what I read that as.
Yeah. We're using the predators to
And-
kill the aliens, even though they both want to kill us.
And if we kill them,
No. If I kill them,
if you kill them, Shin starts to smile.
I have to make sure that I follow my end. And so if you guys do decide to fight back, I probably will have to fight back.
You'll have to fight us.
Yeah. I have to do everything in my power to make sure that they get out of here safely.
Not just Willy Wonka this shit.
No.
Well, let's Scooby Doo this shit so that we can find a loophole. Because I'm not really comfortable with.
That.
I'm not comfortable with you trying to figure out the loophole. I'm ultimately trying to do you a favor for your fucking planet. And mostly
I'm
what
not
I was trying
comfortable
to
sitting on this log.
And mostly what I was trying to do was make it so that two of our party members, the people that are, Gith, are no longer under Illithid hold. Or the threat of an Illithid hold.
But what also stops them from.
Death. Let me just cut you off there and finish that statement. Death is what stops them. Because once this is done, they have to leave.
What stops them from coming back?
Gith. Because once we take that down, more Gith are going to be here, and they know it. And the Gith will go to the end of the multiverse to fucking kill them.
Well, more Gith are already here, to be fair.
And this deal stops as soon as they leave the atmosphere.
Shin, you feel the scurrying of Stuart at your shoulder, and when you look at him, he kind of gives you this look and says, "He's right." And you remember that the cranium rats actually have a history of the Illithid too, so they probably know a lot about what goes on between the Gith and the Illithid. Plus, Stuart relayed the message to the Gith Yankee and to the Gith Sarai about this place.
Yeah. So, essentially, as soon as they leave, I am no longer beholden to them.
But this is going.
I'm getting rid of all of the oppressors on your planet. That's what I'm doing. And I'm also getting rid of the hold that they have on my people. And
So we're
and
Shin,
and then also
Shin scratches.
the other part with Al Hashim. I would have to explain to Al Hashim the fact that we can't get rid of Vuk and keep the tower, or else it goes back to the way it was based off of all of the research that's been done by the decades of time that the Illithid have spent here.
We'll have to explain that to Rodrigo when Rodrigo comes back and takes over, because I can't roleplay his character for him that
Yeah,
far.
no, but I like I said, I explain, because I know he was like, well, we could just take out Vuk and we could keep the tower.
And Sabat is totally on with that plan too.
Of taking out Vuk and the tower?
No. Sabat's totally on with Rodrigo's idea of taking the tower and just holding more power, because that's how Ifrit are.
Yeah.
Talk about making glass.
Yeah, he's about that too.
Well,
So
Think about taking a glass blowing class together?
Ooh.
There's definitely gonna be some blowing.
Kind of get that ghost vibe.
Not if you ask my husband.
Oh, my love. Except, scorched hands and stuff.
That's what started our conversation this morning, is about blowjobs. So I mean,
Oh, great. That's
I feel
okay.
like every conversation should start with that.
and then we also talked about Eric's penis for a brief period of time.
We did.
we did.
Why? Why did we do
Why
that?
not?
See, I told
Why
you!
not?
I told you!
You said you were gonna say that.
Hey man, if it's out, we're gonna talk about it.
It's not out. I don't know why we're talking about it.
I've seen it.
No, I said that
I didn't know
All
the
of-
camera was on, all right?
I said all of my friends, like, at some point in time, like, if I were to talk about their penis, they just, like, they'd play along. That's kind of the gay chicken thing. I was like, except for Eric. Eric would get incredibly uncomfortable if I started talking about his penis.
I'm very uncomfortable about this.
See?
You're right about that.
You don't need to be uncomfortable with your penis.
It is a very comfortable thing.
Fits perfectly in his
it's
hand.
so uncomfortable,
big.
especially when you sit on like.
You sit on
balls.
any part
Oh,
of it.
the stranger, yeah.
Or it's the middle of summer and then your
God.
ball just stuck to one leg. That kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it just
Husband,
sucks.
I love
Super
how
brother,
you were
dude.
just
Eric,
absolutely like
I'm
compassionate.
there with you,
Like,
bro.
It's okay.
Obligatory penis break, that's what we're having.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is great. I love this serious conversation evolved into this.
yeah,
Yep.
we had to lighten the mood a little bit.
Brett and I have a hard 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we
out,
do.
By the way.
Okay, so
my
we'll probably be calling it quits here soon anyway.
Well-
Because this was a pretty heavy scene, and we kind of want everyone for when we go to the next one.
As
the
much as
fucking-
I value Shin's opinion, the Gith opinion
wrong
is
one?
significantly more important to me, and I'm kind of like waiting to hear from you fuck faces. Because
Hey.
I know I took it upon myself to do this, but I made a pretty fucking serious deal for you.
Well,
Everyone's just kind of quiet.
ultimately, as long as we get off this planet and don't get, subjugated by mind players, I feel like it's fine.
It's really a win. You can take that as a win.
Yeah.
I would just ask when we're supposed to do the meetup.
For the brain slug removal,
Yeah,
a day's time.
and
Who's
I'm
gonna
guessing
make
you
sure that
would've-
we're not doing any fuckery in our heads.
yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm probably understanding that you would have, for word, would have said different portions, like when they said that they would assist with the removal. What do they mean by assist rather than just actually removing it?
Well, that's essentially what it is. It's like they have to assist because they're the ones who know how to do it. Because, like, I could try to remove the brain slug myself. It probably wouldn't go as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
But what is
As-
what
as
who's doing
Val-
the thing then?
They are going
I'd
to
be-
remove it.
you got to guarantee that they are going to remove it without any repercussions.
Yes.
I'm
Look
gonna
over
insight
at-
check him to see if he actually remembers that that's exactly what they said, because that is not what they said.
Look over at the DM.
You can do an insight check. I'm being 100% honest.
He is being honest. You can tell that. from
It's not
inside
about the
he-
honesty; it's about him actually remembering correctly what was said.
I mean, if he doesn't understand, if he
He,
does,
as far as you can tell with this insight here, he believes he covered every base that needed to be covered in order to ensure that you guys would be safe and sound at the end of this whole thing.
Yeah, I wasn't going to sit there for 2 hours and do contract negotiations. I know I shortened it drastically, but there was a little bit of behind-the-scenes chatting that also happened, so that this process wouldn't take too long.
All right.
Part of this too is my ability to actually kind of keep up on the fly. But from what I could tell you as the DM right here, he basically ensured that he would do everything. Illuthum would do everything he could to ensure that they were removed, and that you guys were still capable because he still needs you to help him fight Vuk at the end of this whole thing.
So
Yeah,
ultimately, all of the risk is on me currently.
yeah, it's just also Val.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I get it. But like that's because I knew that was going to be, because like again, your character and my character have gotten closer, and also I know Xanath is just Captain McAngry Pants 99% of the time, so I knew that I had to cover all of my bases.
Captain
Yeah.
McAngry Pants.
But
I love
that's
it.
why everybody loves me.
I know. That's why you have a cool nickname like Captain McAngry Pants.
Everybody loves you an arm's distance away.
Hey, I like hugs.
Nope. No
From
hugs.
Muscle Daddy.
One of the things that had been indicated, and I was kind of mild there, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up now, is that there is a danger inherent to removing these things.
Which-
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
which
in the
everybody is
brain.
aware of.
Yes.
You guys knew that before we even considered having Mind Flayers do it. Well, before I considered having Mind Flayers do it.
Yeah, and I was just basically, because also, talking with my Patreon on things, and he would have said the same thing, that there is an inherent danger. I just would want to have gotten, like, for
That's
sure.
That's why Ulathum has said that he would assist, because he cannot guarantee it will be successful, but he will do everything he can to try. And I do already kind of have a plan as to how this will work.
We both die.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was going to kill 2 players off, and hey, that solves a lot of my problems. Right?
Well, then the Mind Flayers, die.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
'Cause they have as much on the line as we do at this point.
That's true.
It just would have been a 45 caliber breakfast. It's fine.
Mhm,
Yum yum.
mhm.
If the people who put it in there couldn't take it out, I'm gonna be like, oh well, bye guys.
Yeah.
So long.
Like-
Thanks for all the fish.
Val's gonna be like, Xanath can go first. Ladies first.
No, I would just hide myself on the ship somewhere, and then once we get out of the atmosphere, start casting fireball like a madman.
Yeah. So,
What does roasted gith smell like?
Delicious.
Like cooked lizard.
I,
Okay.
I don't even know what cooked lizard smells like. I've never had cooked lizard.
You know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kinda
I've had
burnt
alligator once.
chicken.
Oh yeah, you were in the Air Force. I forgot.
I've had alligator also.
Yeah,
I did not have
but it's
alligator
not
while in the Air
that
Force.
uncommon.
I tried alligator out from a burger place that does exotic foods. They have like
Oh.
ostrich burgers,
Oh,
buffalo burgers,
I had
alligator
alligator.
burgers.
We had
No.
deep fried alligator bites when we were in Louisiana.
The stuff that I had was really fishy tasting. Like it tasted like a combination of it tasted almost like salmon, but also kind of I was not fond of it.
Well, yeah, you ate a dinosaur for fuck's sake.
If I was a caveman, I probably would have loved it.
It's not terrible. So yeah,
Right. Yeah. I just would have confirmed those things, and then what time and place and all
Yep.
that.
Yep. And don't worry, you don't have to be unarmed when we go and do this.
I am my own weapon.
I know.
I would literally have to be physically unarmed for me not to be able to do shit.
We need to have no
Okay.
arms.
Yeah, exactly.
I think because some people have to call it at 10, we could probably call this early if no one else has any comments or things to throw in here.
Dicks.
What?
You asked if we had comments.
Penis.
He wanted to say dick.
Oh, he wanted to call me a dick.
No, I
Oh.
just said dicks. That's all.
I just wanted to confirm too, because Xanath has one bag of holding, and we have a second one with the Zerai. I'm the one holding that, correct?
Correct.
If you're holding the second one right now, This you might have gotten this because I'm trying to think here. You were with everyone during the steampunk tank fight, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so you do know that that bag of holding that you have is cursed, and everything that comes out of it is covered in glitter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna put things like the platinum skull in there and the silver, just stuff to offload weight, because that stuff can handle glitter.
It comes out extra sparkly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things that we're gonna sell to other people will be covered in glitter.
It looks
fine.
like it looks
It's
like
an added value, okay?
it looks like something you might find at a garage sale.
It's like a shiny Pokemon.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm just throwing stuff into the bag to offload weight is all.
Fair enough.
And by the way, I have boots of elven kind if anyone wants them.
Were they in that bag?
No, they were mine.
Okay.
Those are for sneaky shit, right?
I believe so.
I thought they just ignore conditions.
Well, they make it so that you don't make any noise when you're walking, too.
You make no
Right.
sound.
Oh, so you turn into Legolas,
Yeah.
walking above the snow.
Oh, never mind. It's not attunement, so I'm wearing them. Never mind.
I like your
Never
kicks.
mind. Forget
Give
it.
me
I didn't.
I'm
I
gonna
need
wear
to
'em anyway.
remember that. So
I like
that
your
way get
kicks.
advantage on
Give it
spell
here.
checks.
Like them shoes.
But I do also have an extra ring of protection in case anyone wants it.
I think I'm like full up on my yeah, I've got all of my attunements I can.
Yeah.
I have a ring of fire resistance.
Ring of protection requires attunement.
I believe so.
I believe so.
Hence why I
Alright.
took it off to put my bracers on.
I will double check that one, but I'm willing to believe you on that. I just want to make sure and make that you have every advantage you can use.
Yep, requires attunement.
All right, let's all start doing push-ups until we level up to 20.
Yep.
How much experience would I get if I killed a
as
Shin?
divine as Peter Pan.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know what's going on with the CR.
He was just about to jump up and she's like, "Oh, I got a great yoga routine."
Well, like I
you
said,
know?
how much experience would I get if I killed a Shin? Especially if he said that.
This is
When you
downward
start
dog.
with
and this
downward
is
dog.
Right when
and
he's
then
getting
this
ready to
one's
demonstrate
moving.
the first position, I'm gonna I get a round of surprise attack and it counts as a crit, right?
This one's
Why,
moonbeam.
why do I
Triangle
feel
loader.
like this was
one's
gonna be
moonbeam.
a straight like field goal kick to my nuts?
Does a 25 hit?
Oh, because you're now a star of Ow My Balls.
Ooh. Yeah, 25 hits.
Sick. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off.
Not only are you stabbed,
Flashbacks
you're
of high
poisoned.
school, and I'm having PTSD from high school.
You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Getting stabbed with daggers who've God knows where they've been. Okay. Well, on that note then, yeah, I'll go ahead and end the session here. And
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording there then.
Oh, I don't think I ever confirmed this with you, Eric, but when we did our level up last, I went up to level 3 for Warlock,
okay.
and it gives me Pact and the Talisman. And I
Okay.
was just assuming that what's his bucket would have given me like a tooth or a claw or something. And I just have it as like a necklace.
Aw, your patron's buying you jewelry now. See?